Hello and welcome to Elizabeth's Craft Room. Well, today's a sad time of the year because our retirement list is out. We have to retire products because we have to make room in the warehouse for new goodies, which we love, but then we hate saying goodbye to some of our favourites. So I'm going to use some of my very favourite things, and you can see how long I've had that one because it's old style. You can use some of our very favourite things that are retiring right now. If you see something and you want it, don't hesitate. Go straight to elizabethscraftroom.blogspot.com and click on shop now, because these things are going out of stock faster than I can keep my eye on. So you might get there and find things have already gone, but go and check quickly because they're going soon. Right, what I'm going to show you today in a different colourway is this project here. This pretty paper is now Spring Summer catalogue, and most of that catalogue will also be retiring. So I'm going to change this up, and I'm going to use our beautiful ink colours today that we are saying goodbye to. Oh, I'm so sad to say goodbye to these. So if you want some of those colours, that's the inks. The ink pads, the markers, the re-inkers. If you've already got the ink pads, be quick. The re-inkers are always the first thing to go. So in order to do this project, which I'm going to show you today, here's my little cheat sheet that I've got with all my measurements on. So I'm going to call those out to you. So the first thing I want to do, first of all, I want to take away my centimetres board because I'm using inches today. So I'm going to score, this is a piece that is 4 inches by 11 5/8 of an inch, and I am going to score at 1/2 inch from the end there, and then I'm going to flip this round and score 1/2 inch from the end in the other direction. Now the reason it's 11 5/8, if that sounds like a bit of a weird number, this is the length of a piece of A4 cardstock. So you can make 2 of these out of 1 piece of A4. So we're now going to score at 1/2 inch, 1 inch, whoops, there we go, and 1.5 inches. I'm not looking straight over this, so I'm not getting this lined up very well. That's better. Okay, so 1/2 inch, 1 inch, 1.5 inch. Then I want 4.5 inches, 7 3/4 inches, 8 1/4 inches, and 10 3/4 inches. So that's all my scoring done. We made this in class this month, and some of my ladies asked me to do a video, so I've already put the measurements up, which you might have seen, but I'm going to do a video as well today. So first thing we're doing is taking out those 2 corners. This is at the end with just the 1 score line, and at the end with the 3 score lines I'm going to go all the way down. So the 3 little score lines all the way down to the next score line. And take that out. Now I'm actually going to cut a little bit more there. You can see on this design, on this piece here, I'm going to cut these pieces here, but I'll show you how I work out where those are going to be, those cuts. And I'm going to now do, oops, this little piece here. So these are along the other score lines, and just take out little V's so that we can glue and put this together. Now before I start assembling it, I'm going to punch with my scallop border punch. Now as I say, this has been around for so long that I've got it in the old style punch, but we have got it right now as I speak in the new style punch, but once it's gone, and I'm going to really miss it. These little silver bits here enable you to line your punches up so that they're perfect. I'm going to miss that punch. Okay. So we're now going to do some folding, of these pieces. And I'm going to get my bone folder and just reinforce all of those score lines. This little post-it note holder is designed to hold a whole pack of post-it notes, so it's quite a good size. So a little bit of gluing now. So I'm going to get my Tombow. I'm going to put some glue on those little tabs, and the first thing I'm going to do is to glue those to the back piece. This is because I want my front flaps to overlap the back ones. Okay, if that makes sense. So then what we're going to do is put glue down the sides, and then we're going to pop that down. Now, I put glue a little bit far up because I hadn't showed you where I'm going to cut off. So the piece I'm going to cut off is actually here. I meant to do this before I put the glue on, but never mind, I can still get in to do it. So what I've done is basically I'm cutting off where that flaps over. So I would suggest you do this before you put glue on. It's a lot easier. There we go. So it's taken that little piece off. Okay, this piece is going back, and then we're going to have a little concertina which is going to make this stand up. Now I'm first of all going to put a piece of designer paper on the front, and I'm just going to measure how much I'm going to need. So I'm going to need about 2 1/4 by 2 1/2, I'm going to say, to go on the front there. Just cutting that now. Okay, now I'm using some matching designer paper on this one, and this is from the In Colour designer paper stack. You can see I haven't got very much left. I've used most of my stack. All of the stacks of paper are retiring in all the different colours, in subtles and neutrals and regals. It means we'll probably be getting a different design in, but if you like the design that's there now, grab them while you can. An awful lot of the things that are on the list at the moment as retiring are discounted, and that really doesn't always happen. So I'm gonna say to you, go for it. So I've just glued that little piece down. Now on the back I'm going to glue this on, and you could use sticky strip if you like, and sticky strip is retiring. We must be getting something new, mustn't we, because we couldn't live without sticky strip, but it is on the retirement list. You're going to line this up right at the bottom, and how this is going to go is this is going to stand, it's difficult to show you this actually, imagine this is the floor, this actually stands at an angle when you sit it down, so it's actually leaning back slightly, but if you just glue that piece right along the bottom, you will get it so it sits up beautifully. Okay, so we're going to do some decoration on this. I'm going to do it again, some more of those lovely In Colours. I'm going to use Coastal Cabana, and I'm going to use Mix Bunch. Now this is one of my favourite flower stamp sets. It's so easy to punch because it is completely symmetrical, so it doesn't matter which direction you punch in. It's going to work every time. So I'm going to ink that up. So I'm stamping Coastal Cabana ink onto Coastal Cabana paper. So it's a nice sort of subtle effect. And I'm going to punch this out with the Blossom Punch. Now we used some slightly different punches in class. We layered this up with some other ones, but I am sticking with the lovely Blossom because it's going and I'm going to miss it. So I'm going to choose one of the other Blossom designs. And I'm going to stamp this with Pistachio Pudding ink. punch that out. Now this is actually going to make my leaf that's going to poke out behind the flower. And how you can do that is just cut yourself a little piece and put it on. And there's your little leaf that's behind. So a little bit of glue on there. And you can even have another one further up. And then I'm going to pop this actually just inside. So I'm just going to put some glue onto that petal there, and I'm going to pop that inside here. Now I want the middle of this to pop as well. So I'm actually going to take some Tangelo Twist ink and stamp that on the crisp cantaloupe. Punch that out. I'll take a dimensional and just pop that up. Now on this one, I think I'd like to put a little greeting. I'm going to use a greeting from the Celebrate Baby stamp set, also going. Oh, I love this one, it's so pretty. I'm going to use the thank you that's in there. And I did have organised here a piece of Whisper white paper, which is now gone. So I'll just grab another one. And I'm going to stamp the thank you and punch it out. Now again, this is, I think, one of my two favourite punches. I will say Decorative Label is my absolute favourite. This one comes second. And can you see, I've used this so much, I've actually started to wear the design off, and that's never happened with a punch before. I've actually got two of these because I use them so much. And as I say, it's called the Modern Label Punch. And it is going. Goodbye, lovely Modern Label. So if you like that one, grab it while you can. It layers with the word window. You can layer it with lots of the ovals underneath it. It is an absolutely fantastic punch for greetings. So highly, highly recommended. So I'm just going to pop that little thank you in there. And then reach for a post-it notepad. And that just pops inside. So I hope you've enjoyed your visit to Elizabeth's Craft Room today. Come back and see me soon. And as I say, don't miss out. If you want some of those goodies that are on our retired list, go and get them quickly. And you can find me at elizabethscraftroom.blogspot.com. Thanks for visiting today. I look forward to seeing you again soon.